restoration. If it's fire damage, Agent Fred Iyer. From burnt to unburnt, he does that. But oh wait, it's water. Boom, Agent Winston Otter. He's been called the human sponge. But Simon, what about mold? Agent Marlin Old. He holds the world record for fastest mold remediation. And finally, Agent Smith. He's in charge of restoring your property to its original state. So if you sprung a leak, lit your curtains on fire, or your insulation looks like week old bagels, call ServPro.
In southwestern and south central North Dakota, on any given day at any given moment, a Dakota Community Bank and Trust customer is logging in or signing on to do their online or mobile banking. We believe that community banking can blend both the past with down-home customer service in-house and the future with modern banking conveniences and technology for our customers anywhere, like here or here, all while honoring our long-standing tradition of community-first oriented banking here at Dakota Community Bank and Trust.
Ackerman Esvold, your neighbors, friends, and family who are working for you. The local team with local availability and accountability for all of your engineering, architecture, environmental, transportation, and land development needs. Your project can rely on Ackerman Esvold. Find them online at ackermanesvold.com. When you start your project, talk with Ackerman Surveying and Associates. Our experienced surveying team guides you in the right direction with planning, platting, and lot and boundary surveys. The trusted name in land surveying, the trusted name in architecture and engineering is Ackerman Surveying and Ackerman Esvold. Find them at ackermanesvold.com.
I'm a grateful person on a lot of levels. I've been given so many great opportunities. But most of all, even as a little kid, I was taught a set of values. Like tools for life, hard work, responsibility, and the key to making it all work, commitment.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
This broadcast on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
All right, bring it up. Come on. Someone's got to call a play. All right, let's go. I right, zoom, spider 2, Y banana. You don't like that one? Okay. I right, 40 power?
No.
You don't want that one either? All right, go kick off. Get out of here. Let's go.
First Western is your independent community bank with all the online conveniences you want and an experienced team you can count on. First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
What you're witnessing actually happens. This is a sad story about bad math.
Bad math?
Does your online company include mounting?
You can't beat the online pricing.
When you add the mounting, the shipping, and all the extras, it's just simple math. We guarantee the lowest prices. Our Plus plan is simply better, a less expensive way to buy tires. Thinking tires? Think Tires Plus.
There's nothing like playoff football in North Dakota. Saturday afternoon, small towns gather across the state to watch their teams hopefully stamp their ticket into the next round and the round after, and the final round, which is the Dakota Bowl. Today it's no different. However, we've got some rain in Velva, North Dakota for the 11B opening round here in Velva at the Velva Park. Good afternoon, football fans. Welcome in to this broadcast presentation of the PSP Network. It's Bowman County at 6-3. They come to Velva to take on the Velva-D-A-G's, who are unbeaten and unblemished on the season. A perfect 9-0 and a Velva powerhouse football program that looks to make their way back to the Dakota Bowl here in 2022. I'm Nick Holberg. Thanks for joining us for our Shields pregame show today. Shields has everything you need, from fishing gear, footwear, clothing, every sporting good underneath the sun. It's Shields of Bonnet and Bismarck. They bring you the pregame show here this afternoon for this 11B opening round playoff matchup. You see the teams and their captains at midfield right now having a conversation with the officials, getting set and ready for the showdown here today. Let's hop in and look at our bracket across the state of North Dakota and who will be playing today in the opening round of the 11B football playoffs. You've got Kindred and Langdon area, Edmore, Munich taking place here today. Botno and Central Cass, Beulah and Bishop Ryan. That should be a good one. DLB and Shiloh here on round number one. You've got Velva, Drake, Animus, Garrison taking on Bowman County. That's the one you're locked into here today. Dickinson Trinity hosting Powers Lake, Hillsboro Central Valley hosting Lisbon, and Oaks is hosting Thompson here today in the opening round of the 11B playoffs. In 9-man playoff football, which we've got some coverage of right now on the PSP Network, Todd Domries and Josh Cattell have the call of
New Salem-Almont taking on Hettinger County. That's a matchup that started at 2 p.m. today, 14-0. New Salem was up the last we saw. That's on the top of the bracket on the right side of the screen. Lemoore, Litchfield-Marion takes on Maple River. St. John takes on Surrey. That's an 8-2 matchup. Cavalier against North Star. Mayport CG against Widemere Lidgerwood. Over on the right side of the bracket, you've got Grant County Flasher taking on South Border. North Prairie taking on North Border. And then Divide County, the Maroons, taking on West Hope Newburgh Glenburn in the opening round of the playoffs. Anybody that's curious and wondering how the QRF for AA football shaped up, well, after the final round of action last night in North Dakota High School AA football, Cheyenne is the top team in North Dakota. Shanley number 2. Mandan ends up at 3. Davies at 4. Legacy at 5, Minot at 6, West Fargo at 7, Century the last team to make the playoffs, as St. Mary's, Williston, and Bismarck do not qualify here in 2022. We will have the bracket on the PSP Network later on here this afternoon, and we'll have our announcements of what games we'll have coming up for AA football and more single A, 11A, 11B, and 9-man football for next week on the PSP Network. We're about 90 seconds away from the official introductions here in Velva as the atmosphere starts to pick up for what should be a fun contest here in the rain today. It's Velva taking on Bowman County. It's the Bulldogs and the Aggies live on the PSP Network. Don't go anywhere. This one should be a fun one today. Anytime it's playoff football, we know it should be.
I'm a grateful person on a lot of levels. I've been given so many great opportunities. But most of all, even as a little kid, I was taught a set of values. Like tools for life, hard work, responsibility, and the key to making it all work, commitment.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
This broadcast on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
God bless our servicemen and women. God bless our veterans. God bless America. Beautiful rendition of our nation's national anthem here today as we get set and ready for round number 1 of the 11B football playoffs. Nick Holberg on the call here today. Thanks for joining us again for the Shields pregame show. Shields has everything you need. They have everything from fishing gear and hunting gear to footwear, fashion, you name it. Shields has it all. Every sporting good under the sun. Visit them online, shields.com, or visit them in Minot and Bismarck. Well, this is a showdown today between region number 3 and region number 4. And it's a region number 3 powerhouse and a storied group in the Velva-D-A-Aggies led by Larry Sandy, the head coach. He is a legend in North Dakota high school football, and he's adding to his legendary resume here this year. 9-0 for Velva on the season. They haven't been beaten at home or on the road. Currently number 1 inside the standings, inside of region number 3 in the media poll. Well, they're voted number 2 inside of North Dakota high school football for the 11B world. Who's in front of them? Kindred. They're 9-0 on the season as well. The defending state champions have the top spot according to the votes inside of North Dakota. Hillsborough Central Valley's at 8-1. They're number 3 in the poll. Trinity's 8-1. They're number 4. And Oaks and Botno tied for number 5 in the poll. When we look at the opposition today for Velva, it's Bowman County, 6-3 overall on the season. 5-2 inside of region number 4. They were 2-3 at home on the season. They have not been beaten on the road. They have great defensive coverage on the run game. Maybe the Achilles heel is the passing coverage of that secondary, and that's bad news for Bowman County today. They're going to have to stop the passing game of the Velva-Aggies led by Ben Shep. This kid is only a sophomore, 20 touchdowns on the year through the air. 1,649 yards for him on 116 of 165 passes completed. He's rushed the football as well. And Shep, 413 yards on 60 carries, 11 touchdowns for him. How about that? 31 touchdowns in your sophomore campaign. He's got targets to pass to as well. Trayson Eigelhart, 5 touchdowns on the year. Preston Kraft has 5 as well. A nickel on the season for Peyton Bodine. And then 6, the leading receiver is Reggie Bruner. 429 yards on the year for Reggie Bruner off of 26 catches. You see the Velva-Aggies getting introduced here on their home field this afternoon. Well, we'll take our final timeout. We'll come back, and we're going to kick it off here as Velva and Bowman County come together in the 11B football playoffs. I hope you fans are ready for what could be a good ball game today on the PSP Network. It's showtime when we come back to Velva.
You have built an amazing life by working hard and doing your job well. Delivering financial advice is what we do well. At Ameriprise Financial, our job is to use our skills, experience, and research to help you become more successful in today's economy. What we want you to walk away from each encounter with is satisfaction in knowing that together, we've done what we can to help you work toward a better future.
Are you moving your business or your home across the town or across the country? We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
Table is set for this afternoon's feast of playoff football from Velva, North Dakota. It is time for our opening kickoff here today on a 49-degree day here in Velva. Bowman County out of region number 4 at 6-3 is in white. They will kick off to the Aggies out of region number 3. Perfect on the year at 9-0. The ball is in the air, and we are underway for playoff football here from Velva's. That ball's going to be picked up by the Aggies, and off the opening kickoff, off to the races, all the way up the far sideline, trying to break free. It's Eigelhart all the way to the house for a touchdown. Well, Velva didn't wait long tonight, 10 seconds in, and Eigelhart's going to return the football from his own 15-yard line on the opening kickoff of the contest, and the Aggies are in the house for 6. And a start on their home field today. My goodness, who saw that coming off the opening kick here this afternoon at Velva? 6-0, Aggies are on top. They're going to go for 2 here, it looks like, on the 2-point conversion coming. It was Eigelhart from his own 20, 80 yards to the house. They're going to rush this ball forward on the keeper. And in for 2. It's the Aggies up early in this one. It's 8-0. Just 10 seconds into the ball game off the opening kick. Velva Drake Adamus Garrison comes out like a firecracker to start things off here this afternoon. Well, Bowman County gets the ball when we return. It's high school football here on the PSP Network.
We look forward to serving you here at your local community bank.
Well, how do you like a start to the football game like that if you're a Velva fan? Velva 10 seconds into the contest, the opening kick. Eigelhart from his own 20. And the Aggies lead 8-0 on the 2-point conversion after it was tucked in from the Velva quarterback. Ben Shemp for the extra 2 points. Well, we've got a full house today here at Velva. You wouldn't expect anything less for the Aggies and Bulldogs showdown here today. What can Bowman County do off of the opening kick for their afternoon? They're going to get the football. It's taken there by Roman Fossum, the junior, and he's up around the 35-yard line, and Bowman County comes out of the offense for the first time here this afternoon. Well, a big thanks to the UPS store. They bring you the opening kickoff here today. The UPS store located on South Broadway in Minot. For all your packing and shipping needs, it's the UPS store. They're open Monday through Saturday for your convenience. It's the UPS store bringing you the opening kickoff, and what a highlight that was. First time today we see Bowden Duffield, the quarterback here for Bowman County. He's going to take it on the option, running up over the 40-yard line. He's to the 45 before he's hauled down. And the stop was made by the Velva defense. Coming up with the stop was Eigelhart. Brings up a second down. And a short one to go here for Bowman County in white here this afternoon. Uniforms kind of look like Divide County. The BC on the side of the helmets instead of the DC. Same color combination. Quarterback keeper again. He's going to get close to the line. Where will they mark the ball? Well, it's going to be an easier opportunity to guess that now as he's up over the 50. And Duffield has a first down for the Bulldogs. Not ranked inside of the polls for North Dakota 11B football. Bowman County, a team that makes the trek up to the north central side of North Dakota. They're led by Nathan Keese, the head coach. They spread it out here. 2 over on the right side, 1 on the left, 1 in the backfield. Quarterback rolling out, look up, big man's on top of him. Quarterback sack was there. It's coming up and hog-tying him down to the ground for the Velva Aggies was Peyton Bodine, and Bodine's got a sack here in the contest. 36 tackles on the year for Bodine coming into the afternoon matchup here in the playoffs. And he adds a sack to his resume and tackle number 37. A big one as time ticks away here in quarter number 1. 10:25 to play here in this opening quarter. Velva leads 8-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Big thanks to Prestwich Orthodontics today, by the way, bringing you the contest. Prestwich Orthodontics. You can visit them online, minotbraces.com, specializing in Invisalign for all ages. Here's the option pitch that goes off. It's carried forward there by Fossum, and Roman Fossum's got some good yardage there. Brings them near the original line of scrimmage, but it's a 3rd and 12 now here for Bowman County. They take the play call from the near sideline. You hear those Velva fans come to volume as they have the defense chanted full force here today. 14-0, by the way. New Salem on top of Henninger County. Down to New Salem. Rolling out, trying to get this pass across. It's going to be blocked there by the hand of the free safety coming in, and putting the arm in the way was Bruner, make it Shep rather, and Shep knocks it out of bounds. As rushing out of the pocket was Bowden Duffield, and Duffield did a nice job avoiding that scramble there, but he still got tattooed on the near sidelines as he ran it up to the 35, and then the big man for Velva came in and knocked him right to the ground. That was a big hit there from Bodine again. Chop block is the call. There is a flag on the field. It's going to be on Bowman County. Larry Sandy declines it, and it brings up a 4th down and 12 here. Well, the ball marked at the 47-yard line. Make it the 48, my apologies. And that means that Bowman County is going to have to put this ball over midfield with the foot here. Punt is in the air, and it's going to drop at the 30-yard line. Takes a Bowman County bounce, out of bounds down to the 19. And Velva's going to set up their offense for the first time today, even though leading 8-0. How's that possible? Well, they took one to the house on the opening kickoff today. It was Eigelhart from his own 20-yard line that danced up the left sideline all the way down to the end zone 80 yards later to make it 6-0, and the 2-point conversion for the Aggies was good. Velva brings out the offense. Bowman County's defense comes back onto the field. And the Aggies chant continues to roar here in Velva. Braden Bossert in the backfield here for the Aggies. Got Eigelhart, Kraft, Bruner, and Bodine, the targets that you're going to most likely see here today, but it's a quarterback keeper. And on the first snap of the day, it's Shep that's forward, and he's going to pick up a few yards after he digs down in deep to pick up almost 5 on the play, and it brings up a 2nd down and 5 here for Velva. Once again, the Aggies are in blue today. It's Bowman County in white. Well, when you think of high school football and Class B schools, if you will, you think of the Velva Aggies quite often with the success that they've had in their rich history. State championships on the gridiron. They've been known for it. They've been known for producing some of the top talent as well, including Jersey Selzler, who went on to play at Moorhead after quarterbacking Velva for a handful of seasons. Up to the 40-yard line we go as that ball's going to be pitched out to Bodine. He caught it, and then Bodine picks up a 1st down, and then plenty more here for the Velva Aggies. Big thanks today to Roger Ward Moving and Storage, proudly serving the region since 1942 for all your moving and storage needs. It's Roger Ward Moving and Storage. Find them online, RogerWardMovingandStorage.com. Moving across town or across the country, they can help you. It's Roger Ward. From the shotgun, Shep on the keeper. Charges forward. He's only going to pick up 1 or 2 on the play, and it brings up a 2nd down now for Velva. Big thanks to Planet Pizza as well. They bring you the contest and the playoff action here today. Planet Pizza is out of this world, proudly serving the Magic City for almost 25 years with the largest laser tag playground in the region. They've got mouth-watering pizza and chicken wings. Planet Pizza can be reached here today at 701-852-1700. It's Planet Pizza bringing you the ball game as well here on the PSP Network. This time the handoff over to the edge, and it's carried up for another short gain by Peyton Bodine as the run defense is shutting down the Velva Aggies at this point. Brings up a 3rd down and 5 to go here for Velva. Bowman County's got some big dogs on that front line for defense and offense. There's no heights or weights listed on any program that we have, but the one that caught our eye was the big man, Bateste, number 56. He looks like an NFL defensive end out there. Ball's going to be passed out. It's complete. First down for the Aggies as that ball goes right into the hands of Trayson Eigelhart. Picks up his 36th catch of the year, and Eigelhart moves the chains here for Velva. Update from New Salem and Hettinger, the other game that is on the PSP network today. It's New Salem Almont leading Hettinger County 20-0 in the third quarter with 8:15 to play. Todd Domeries and Josh Cattell have the call of that one today down in New Salem. Home of Salem Sioux, the giant cow that you see on the interstate. Here's a handoff and a run that's going to be good for another first down, or close to it at least. That time running downhill, the motor was turning for Braden Bossert. Bossert is going to bring it just short to the first down pylon. Ball marked at the 48-yard line on the Bowman County side of the field. Velva looking to see if they can get down into that Serve Pro red zone here. They're going to take it. They'll hand it off again. A little cutback, a step right towards the line. Bowman County's defense strong again. Did Bodine get enough for the first down? Where will they mark the football? And they're going to say he's just short. It brings up a third down. They had just about a yard here for the Velva Aggies. Big thanks to Drew Carlson today here in Velva, North Dakota, producing and camera operating our show on the PSP network. Wait for us here today, after today, to announce our schedule moving forward for the next playoff matchups next week that PSP Network will have coverage of. Quarterback's forward by himself that time, and Ben Shep, the big man, the sophomore, crashes down almost to the, call it the 37-yard line. And it's a first down and 10 here for Velva as the chains move again. Well, the rain has let off here in Velva. It started off when we drove from Minot to Velva here today. There was quite a bit of rain coming down. You know that field is wet. But the rain is peeled off here. Doesn't mean the lights shouldn't be out here in Velva, however, with the overcast. As look out, there's a run and a big stop right from the defensive line. Coming in was Casey Kinsey. Kinsey comes up and slams the door in a quick hurry. Going to give Keys the credit on the tackle. Brings up a second down at 12 as Velva goes backwards on that possession. Second down, 12 to go. Under 5 to play in the first quarter. BNC National Bank scoreboard reads 8-0 Velva, but there's 4:47 ticking away in the first quarter. Looking to pass, rolling out over to the near side, downfield, into the hands. Touchdown. Preston Kraft takes that one from Shep, with a double-headed monster that is the Velva offense. Strikes again from the 40-yard line that time, and the Velva Aggies lead this 14-0. $40-yard catch for Kraft. He's into the end zone. It makes it 14-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard, and the Aggies strike again. They'll go for two one more time here as Velva sets up under center from the quarterback, Ben Shep. Shep on the keeper, tried to dance his way through. Does he get shut down? And he is shut down. Doesn't negate the play that was a beauty coming there as Peyton Bodine took that one off of Ben Shep. 40 yards out. Velva scores again here in the first quarter. 14-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. 4 minutes and 38 seconds remaining here in this first quarter of football. It's the Aggies on top of this one.
This broadcast on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
Well, they're not cheering right now, but the Velva cheerleaders certainly have had plenty to cheer about so far in this ball game. Their Aggies lead 14-0. I misspoke to you at the tail end of the last segment there as we went to our breaks. That ball's kicked off. I said that the touchdown was scored by Bodine. It was actually Preston Kraft, his 6th touchdown of the season from 40 yards out, courtesy of the quarterback Ben Shep. And Ben Shep just continues to tear. 32nd touchdown for him on the year. That's the 21st time that he's gone through the air to connect into the end zone. And the Aggies lead this one 14-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. BNC.Bank. Across North Dakota, they have locations in Arizona and Minnesota as well. Bowman County sets up here. They're in white if you're just joining us. Trimmed out maroon. They're going to send it to Duffield. And Duffield, the quarterback on the keeper, goes to the outside. And he's ridden off on the play in a hurry. Coming up with the stop was Sandy. And it brings up a 2nd down and 12 with a loss of 2 here for Bowman County. And the Bulldogs needing some points here and some momentum at least to stop Velva. They've got all the momentum right now on the northern side of North Dakota, leading 14-0. They scored on the opening kickoff here tonight, and they haven't looked back yet. Bowman County now sets up here with the ball on their own 33-yard line. 4 on the dot to play in the first quarter. 2nd down and 12 from the right hash. Bowman County spreads it out again with 2 on the right side, 1 on the left. Duffield on the keeper. Runs the option. He's forward. Look out. Oh, boy. He's taken down hard as Selzler comes up and twists him right over backwards. There is a gain on the play, but it brings up a 3rd down and a long 7 to go here for Bowman County.
And about 7.
Well, the Velva Aggies, again, this program known for their football and the competitive nature that comes from Velva football. So many names over the years that just resonate so deep in the football community. I always like to give the Weidlers a hard time every time I see those guys. Great athletes. Remember that name? What the Kittlesons, there's so many of them that come to mind when you think of Velva football. 3:05 to play in the first quarter. Duffield's going to fall back to pass, taking a shot downfield, far sideline. Oh, just out of the reach there. He tried to get it onto the fingertips, is stretching out, trying to make the play on the far sideline. Trying to grab a number for you.
Number 22, Duffield. That'll bring up 4th and 7.
Going to bring up a 4th down and 7. Pass was intended for number 42 on the far sideline, or make it 26. It was Bishop Duffield that was the intended recipient. So Bowden to Bishop, and they miss on that one, but a well-executed play just overthrew him by just a hair. Under 3 to play in the first quarter. From their own territory, Bowman County's going to fire it out. They fake the punt, and then it's Velva that's going to come up with the stop. Is coming there was Maskell, and he's going to put 16 to the ground. That was Meshke, and Velva's got some primetime field position at the Bowman County 39-yard line. Here with under 3 minutes to play in the first quarter, leading 14-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. By the way, you can contact Tom International Insurance for all your business or personal insurance needs. Contact Michael Borman or Josh Cattell at Hub International Insurance. Velva from the right hash. Offense spread out, 1 on the left, 1 on the right. Somebody jumped on the line. The yellow hanky's going to fly way up in the air. We'll wait for the call here. It was on the Aggies. Marches him back 5 yards up to the 44-yard line. Well, the Aggies look to add more points to the board, leading 14-0 here. Set up from the right hash. Wide receivers on the left and the right. Now they double up on the right side as coming on over to the right was Bodine and company. And now it's going to be handed off, and up the middle we go. It's actually a quarterback keeper from Shep, and he goes up the middle. Gains about a yard on the play.
Gain of 4.
Well, he gained 4 on the play. I apologize. 2:37 ticking down here in quarter number 1. Play clock at 25. as the Aggies take the instructions from their sophomore quarterback. Ben Shep talked about here in the press box today. I asked who was better between Jersey Selzler and Ben Shep. A lot of conversation up here saying that basically they're both tremendous athletes. That's about where it ended as Shep carries forward again. He's almost up to the 35-yard line. That was a nice fake play. Had me faked down as I thought it was Braden Bossert with the football breaking to the left edge, but it was Shep on the keeper. And it brings up a 3rd down and 7 here for Velva. Get the ball marked on the 36-yard line. Well, do the Aggies go to the air again? They seem to be successful in that facet of their football game. You know that Larry Sandy's teams are going to do all the small things right. That just seems to be the way that they operate. Right now, they spread it out over on the left side as they have the ball in the right half. Shep from the shotgun, one in the backfield. That's Bossert. Over on the far side, Eigelhart's over there along with number 11, Eric Martin. But there's a timeout on the field. And Velva and Larry Sandy want to talk things over. A minute 26 is what remains in the first quarter. 14-0. The Aggies are on top of Bowman County here in playoff football action in round number 1 for 11B football.
The magic of what we do really comes down to combining different aspects of patient care. Here at Premier Chiropractic, we love combining soft tissue work, the adjustment, and exercises together. We found that this gets the best results for our patients. We have 3 chiropractors to fit the needs of the entire family, a rehab area for our exercises and equipment for any athlete to improve performance. Give us a call and we will get you back to doing what you love.
Velva drank Animus Garrison on top of Bowman County right now in the first quarter with a minute 26 remaining. Welcome back to Velva, the Velva Park. One of my favorite venues to come to, where you have to drive across the river into the park, over the bridge. Then you find the complex that has the football field and the baseball field as well. Aggies faced with a 3rd down and 7 with a 14-point lead here in the early portion of the ball game. They spread it out on the left and the right. Now motion man heads over towards the left side. Shep's going to keep it. He bulldozes his way forward. And Shep puts the shoulder down and buzzes up about to the 31-yard line. And it's going to bring down a 4th down. And a short 2 here for Velva. Isaac Sondrel checking in today, the head coach of the Velva basketball team. Coach, hope you're doing great. Had a great opportunity during the Dakota Classic Modified Tour where Isaac Sondrel races IMCA Modifieds to spend some time with them this summer. Boy, they cook some good food in that trailer, let me tell you. Handoff again on the 4th down. Bowman County's going to slam the door in the Velva face. They don't quite get to the 30-yard line. They needed to get to the 30 and a half, and Bowman County is going to take over on downs with 44 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Well, there's a big play from Bowman County, and just what the doctor ordered for them as the defense comes up with a big stop. Game reset in this one. Looks like this. It was Eigelhart off the opening kickoff, 80 yards to the house for the touchdown, and then Kraft from 40 yards out on the pass coming from Shep. That's how Velva leads 14-0 in this contest here today as Bowman County runs the ball forward, but not very far as they run into the Velva defensive line, and then Velva slams the door and they lose a yard on the play. Sandy, Lackaduck, Bodine, and Holdeman on the front line here for Velva. Eigelhart, Bodine, and Selzler are the linebacking core. You've got Shep and Kraft in the secondary with Bruner and Bossert. Bowman County spreads it out again on the quarterback keeper. Look out. Duffield's going to be tangled up and thrown to the ground hard as right on top of him. In on the stop was Bodine again, and that time Peyton Bodine threw the Bowman County quarterback down to the ground in a hard way. Well, we're through one quarter of football. We've reached our quarter break. Velva comes out with a strong, impressive start to this one. They lead by a score of 14-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. If Bowman County come back here in this contest, they'll have the ball on the 30-yard line when we come back to Velva, North Dakota.
What you're witnessing actually happens. This is a sad story about bad math.
Bad math?
Does your online company include mounting?
You can't beat the online pricing.
When you add the mounting, the shipping, and all the extras, it's just simple math. We guarantee the lowest prices. Our Plus plan is simply better, a less expensive way to buy tires. Thinking tires? Think Tires Plus.
Wondering whether you need wealth management? Wealth management is a multifaceted offering that should provide opportunities for growth and security. At BNC National Bank, we pride ourselves on putting your priorities first and providing practical, objective financial advice. Our team can help you assess your goals and take stock of your assets to determine whether wealth management is right for you. Speak to a member of our team today to learn more.
Well, we switch ends, and right as we do, it's Bowman County that ends up getting stopped on the third down situation. It brings up a fourth down, and now it will be a 4th down and 10 coming here. 14-0 Velva on top. Bowman County working the offense. They're going to be forced to punt, it looks here, as they are hammed back in their own territory on their own 29-yard line. And the way that Velva has worked their offense here today, I don't think you want to take too many gambles. They faked the punt on their last possession. Will they do it again? Snap is a bit high, but it's off. That ball's going to tower up. It dropped down, rolling to the 40-yard line, right at the 40. They pick it up here, and Velva will go on to the offense again from their own 40-yard line. Well, thanks again for joining us here today on the PSP Network in this broadcast presentation. If you haven't already done so, make sure to head to the PSP Network on all social media platforms. Give us a like and a follow if you don't mind. That would be fantastic, helping us support our missions of promoting local athletes. Again, just hit like and follow, subscribe to the YouTube channel to help support our mission of promoting local athletes. Ball's taken here. Oh, big slap came in the way there as defensively the arm came up, and knocking that one down was Stuber as the pass came away there from Ben Shep to the outside, trying to go to Eigelhart, and Stuber came up and knocked that down. No soup for you, if you remember the old Sports Center days where that was always a popular saying, right? 14-0. Velva on top. They look for more right now as they're set up on their own 40-yard line. 2nd down and 10. Little mixture of run and pass here today for the Aggies and the double-headed monster that is their offense. Shep has company. Look out. He's just about wrangled up, trying to get the ball away. Shep somehow goes all the way over, about 10 yards away from where he started being wrangled up and thrown down. He gets over to the far side, but Meshke comes up with the stop anyway, and Meshke brings up a big loss here for Velva. The ball is going to go all the way back now to the 35-yard line, and Velva's got some work to do on the 3rd down and 15. Play call comes in from Ben Shep. Larry Sandy over on the far side. You see him in the black jacket with the hood up here today. Always just great to talk to Larry Sandy, just a true professional across the board. Shep's back to pass, looks for the target, throws it out across the middle. That one was down into the turf. And it brings up a 4th and 16. Velva's going to be forced to punt, I would have to think, here with the ball on their own 35-yard line. Or, well, they pull the fake like Bowman County did 2 possessions ago. Shouldn't call it the turf. It's the actual grass field here with the crown on the middle. Something special about the natural football field, if you will, especially on a day like today. That was a high snap. It was jumped for, gained, kicked all the way down. Look out, picked up at the 32-yard line, tattooed. Look out, there's a bulldozer coming your way. Sam Andrews got hit hard there as that ball towered up, didn't call for the fair catch, and then he paid for it. Bulldozer's probably not even the right word for that. That was more like a Mack truck coming down the prairie trail. That was a big hit. 1st and 10 here for Bowman County. 10:09 to play in the second quarter. Thanks again for joining us here today for high school football on the PSP Network. Offense is out here for Bowman County. The run was there, but not able to go anywhere. Bishop Duffield, the junior, got wrangled up in a hurry. Well, coming up on our Premier Chiropractic Intermission Report, we'll take a look at the playoff brackets another time, and we'll take a look at what we can expect coming up across the board. We'll see if we can get you some updates from those games as well here in North Dakota today. Premier Chiropractic, where you can find Dr. Becky Perry Domries, Dr. Kirk Mason, or Dr. Cody Haugen. It's PremierChiropracticND.com, our family's choice for chiropractic care in the Magic City. Duffield on the keeper, and Englehart comes up with the stop. There is a gain on the play, and it brings up a 3rd down at 5 to go. 9:15 ticking away now here in quarter number 2. Ball's at Bowman County's own 32.5-yard line. Visiting team here today coming up into a hostile environment here in Velva. They're more than hospitable without a doubt, but they like their football out here. They want to see a Velva win here today as you see the cars lined up in the background. Far side of the football field. Here's a pitch that comes out. It goes into the hands of Fossum, and Fossum's wrangled up in a hurry as the Velva defense, those linebackers, they could sense that one coming. And it's Preston Kraft that's got another stop here for the Velva-Aggies on the season. 4th and 7 now here for Bowman County as they lose yards on the play. They're going to punt this one away. Back to retrieve here for Velva's Englehart. This ball's put up to the 50-yard line, bouncing at the 40. Taking a Bowman County roll. A low kick that will be taken here by Velva at the 38-yard line, and it's a 1st down and 10 coming here for the home team. Velva will be on the move with the offense, and we'll take another look at Ben Shep, the sophomore quarterback here for Velva. Those numbers are impressive. We talked about them a bit in the open here today into that first quarter. 1,649 yards through the air, completing 116 of 165 passes. Taken by Shep. He completes another one. Oh, ball stripped. It's on the ground. Then it's going to be gobbled back up. Quick on the reflexes from Reggie Bruner there. Does he get it? He does. And Reggie Bruner, after he gets a gain on the play, had the ball stripped from him as the tomahawk chop came over the top. Ball was stripped, but Bruner jumped right on top of it. Brings up a 2nd down. Then about 4 to go here for Velva with the ball marked at the 45-yard line. Cover a ton of AA football in North Dakota on the season. Shep across the middle again. Connects there. That ball comes into the hands and out again for Peyton Bodine. He gobbles it back up. But the Aggies are on the move. That point of covering a bunch of AA football on the season, we've seen plenty of quarterbacks and plenty of quarterbacks' numbers on the year. I don't think anyone at AA ball is close to 1,649 on the season. Nobody that we saw the other night between Mountain High and West Fargo by any means. Have to take a look, but nevertheless, those numbers are very impressive for the sophomore here for Velva. He sets him up again with one on the left side, 3 targets over on the right, and it's a handoff that comes up for a yard or 2 on the gain as carrying it forward was Braden Bossert. 2 touchdowns for him on the year. He gained 3 on the play. 6:50 to tick away here in the second quarter. Well, it's never too early, never too late to vote for tonight's MVP of the contest. Brought to you by our friends at Sport Clips. Sport Clips of Monett and Bismarck, where you can check in online with a hairstylist today at Sport Clips, bringing you the MVP of the contest. Tweet at us at Network PSP and let us know who you believe that is. Quick hitter goes into the hands there for Reggie Bruner. Bruner's up again, down into the Serve Pro red zone as Bruner takes it down and trots all the way down to just about the 10-yard line. Serve Pro, Fire and Water, Restoration and Cleanup. It's Serve Pro at the Serve Pro red zone that Velva now sits with a 1st and 10 from the 10-yard line. Velva's got about an inch to make their way past that yard marker for 4 more downs here. They might not need it. They toss to the corner of the end zone, trying to go back over to Peyton Bodine. Velva fans wanted a flag on the play. They're not going to get it. And that brings the Velva faithful to volume just a bit. 6 minutes, 2 seconds left here in quarter number 2. Should have seen this kind lady right in front of us when she realized there was a microphone right back behind her left ear. She turned around and almost embarrassingly looked at me. I smiled and said, well, we'll just show you on camera. If you're swearing too much, that will be the game plan. 2nd down situation. 10 to go here. Take in, and it's fired over to Bossert. He's going to cut back at the 10. Bossert trying to hit the edge. He's back over towards the pylon. Did he get in? They're going to say not quite. The ball's going to be marked at the 1-yard line as Bossert dove that one in, and now it's a 1st down and goal, or it should be a 1st down and goal here for Velva, or is it not? It will be a 1st down and goal coming here for the Aggies.
1st and goal for the 3rd and goal for the Aggies.
Well, they still have that 3 up. Now they changed it to a 1. It is a 1st and goal. We thought we had that right. 5:54 to play here in quarter number 2. Aggies knocking on the doorstep, trying to add 6 more here in the opening round of the playoffs, already leading. And with some help from behind, pushed into the end zone. Shep's in, and the Aggies score 6 more. They're on top 20-0 as Shep picks up another touchdown on the ground. That's his 12th touchdown from foot on the season. And Shep is in from a half a yard out. And it's 20-0 Velva on top. Velva's going to like to go for 2 points again. Can they tuck another one in to make it 22-0 here on the BNC National Bank scoreboard? They're going to throw it this time. It's Shep. No, he's going to run it. Charges his way down right to the goal line. Buries the head down. Shep puts it into the end zone, and it's 22-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. A full dosage of Ben Shep on that drive, and Ben Shep has Velva up by a score of 22-0 here in quarter number 2 as the Aggies are off and moving here in the playoffs. Bowman County gets the ball back. They need some big-time offense here to recharge their sidelines and their fans that are here in Velva today. Can they do it? We'll find out when we come back. It's high school football on the PSP Network.
Ackerman Esvold, your neighbors, friends, and family who are working for you. The local team with local availability and accountability. For all of your engineering, architecture, environmental, transportation, and land development needs, your project can rely on Ackerman Esvold. Find them online at ackermanesvold.com. When you start your project, talk with Ackerman Surveying and Associates. Our experienced surveying team guides you in the right direction with planning, platting, and lot and boundary surveys. The trusted name in land surveying, the trusted name in architecture and engineering is Ackerman Surveying and Ackerman Esvold. Find them at ackermanesvold.com.
Well, after scoring a touchdown and adding the 2-point conversion, Ben Shep puts the boot on it, kicks it down on the ensuing kickoff. It's going to be returned here by Duffield, and Duffield's going to bring the football up for Bowman County to just about the 35-yard line. They're going to mark it 34, and the offense is back on here for the Bowman County Bulldogs. Third in region number 4 when the dust settled on the season, but a team that has compiled a 6-3 mark. Had a win over Beulah just recently in a pretty tough Beulah football team. They won 14-6 over Beulah. They beat Hazen 38-14. Endhart River 24-8. They ride a 3-game win streak coming in. This ball sent across the middle. Oh, there's a big boy hit as that ball was into the hands of Bishop Duffield. And coming in to make the stop, and that one would probably be good enough for Sports Center, as knocking him right to the ground was Braden Bossert, and Bossert says, welcome to Velva. 22-0 Aggies. That was an excellent pass and catch. Even better hit there, and it brings up a second down now and 10 as Bowman County tucked back in their own territory. Well, you look at the way that Velva plays defensively. That's one thing about this football program, is that when they hit you to make sure that there's an opportunity to at least fumble that football. They hit with aggression and velocity without a doubt. Bowman County has a 3rd down and 10 now here with the ball marked at the 33-yard line. Nathan Keys calling in the play calls here from the near sidelines. Bowman County now out of the shotgun here as it's going to be taken right to Fossum, and Fossum's going to break free. He's up just about to the first down marker. Are they going to give it to him? Fossum piles ahead, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. They're going to mark it just about a yard short to that first down marker. 4th down and 1. This is a big play in the ball game. The ball's marked at the 44-yard line, and Bowman County's going to go for it with 4:38 left here in the first half. Are they going to get there? Velva shuts the door, and there's going to be a loss on the play and a turnover on downs. And here comes the Aggies offense back onto the field with excellent field position inside of Bowman County territory. Well, Velva, Drake, Adamus, Garrison coming up here today with some big-time highlight reel plays. Some big hits, a touchdown off of the kickoff. That run back was certainly one of them that would make our top plays of the week. And now Velva's going to look for more here as they've already struck for 3 here this afternoon. 22-0 they lead on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Shep from the shotgun. He's going to fall back to pass, looking out, finds his target here. It's Bossert. Tim Bossert doesn't gain much on the play, if any. Almost right back to the original line of scrimmage. Well, where they mark it now, he actually lost about a half a yard of the play. Then it brings up a second down and 10.5 to go here. 4 minutes, 9 seconds ticks away on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Once again, join us for the Premier Chiropractic halftime report coming up in just a few moments. 3 minutes, 58 seconds to be exact of play time here on the PSP Network. Velva sets it up again. They spread it out one more time with one in the backfield. Motion man moving here is Eigelhart. Shep's got time. He's back to pass, rolling out of the pocket, looking downfield, takes a shot at it, goes back over. Oh, that one into the hands and out of Trayson Eigelhart as the defensive coverage in the secondary was there as Bishop Duffield came up and knocked that ball down. Good play from him, and Sam Andrews was on the coverage as well. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 11 situation now here for the Velva Aggies. Crowd has been boisterous here today on a 49-degree day in Velva. And believe it or not, it looks like the sun is trying to make its way out onto the football field right now. Gotta love North Dakota playoff football, don't you? Could be some snow on the ground. We've been fortunate in that case. Shep's going to roll out over to the right side again. Throws it across the middle. Intended there for 24 of Reggie Bruner, but he overthrew him, and it brings up a 4th down and 11 now with 3:34 left here in our first half of football. Again, Nick Holberg, glad to have you on the call here today. Thanks for spending your Saturday afternoon with us on the PSP Network. Again, there's action here today of high school football in New Salem here today as Henninger County's at New Salem. New Salem Almont taking care of Henninger right now in the 4th quarter. That game's 34-6. The Holsteins are on top. Velva forced to punt. End over end kick's going to roll down inside the 20, make it the 15-yard line. And Bowman County comes back to the offense when we return here to Velva. The Aggies are on top 22-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
First down and 10 for Bowman County here on the keeper. It's going to be a scrum and a gain of 1 or 2 on the play, and Bowman County will have a second down and 8. I need to give them more credit. It looks like gain of 2 at least on the play. Sun's officially out on the football field now. The Velva players have it in their eyes just a bit. 2:48 ticking away in the first half. From the shotgun again, Duffield rolls out over towards his right, has no options there, comes back to his left. He's going to throw this forward, getting an arm on it. It's Bodine that put the arms in the way, and Peyton Bodine knocked it down. Bodine then jumped on top of the football. The Velva fans came alive, but that will be an incomplete pass here for Bowman County. Incomplete pass. Brings up the third down at 8 now here for Bowman County. The Aggies defense has been stout today, and they have been all season long. When you look at what Velva has given up on the year, it's been pretty darn impressive. Certainly through the last, well, all season long. There really isn't any last for them. The most that they've given up on the year was 19 points against Beulah. They gave up 12 against Hazen, 14 against Nedros. And then midway through the year, they played South Prairie. They gave up 6 against South Prairie. Then they gave up 0 against Kenmare. Stanley only put 1 score on the board against them. Bishop Ryan, a pretty darn good team, scored twice in a 14-12 Velva win. And then last week it was Ray Powers Lake that felt the wrath of the Aggies 52-8. But you look at what they've given up on the year in their last 5, 8, 12, 7, 0, and 6. You know that Velva's defense and that stout defense is going to be tough to score points on. Certainly has been today. Take a good look at Bowman County here as they look to see if they could find an answer for the Velva defense. 2:26 remains in the first half.
This broadcast on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
Bowman County forced to kick this one away. It's going to bounce all the way up to just about midfield inside the 45-yard line. And the Aggies offense comes back out with 2:18 left in our first half of football. Big thank you to our friend Mason Kramer at Mason Kramer Photography for senior portraits and game action shots. It's Mason Kramer at Mason Kramer Photography. Again, Prestwich Orthodontics, specializing in braces and Invisalign for all ages. They offer free consultations and financing options to make it easy to take your smile to the next level. Visit them online, monetbraces.com. Big thanks to Jersey Mike Subs. They bring you the player of the week each and every week. Jersey Mike Subs is a sub above. They're located on North Broadway in Minot. Bowman County will use their last time out of the first half, trailing 22-0 here with 2:18 remaining here in our first half of football. Again, it is a showdown of Region 3 and Region 4. Right now, Region 3's got the upper hand, 22-0. They lead here on the PSP Network.
Ackerman-Esvold, your neighbors, friends, and family who are working for you. The local team with local availability and accountability for all of your engineering, architecture, environmental, transportation, and land development needs. Your project can rely on Ackerman-Esvold. Find them online at ackermanesvold.com. When you start your project, talk with Ackerman Surveying and Associates. Our experienced surveying team guides you in the right direction with planning, platting, and lot and boundary surveys. The trusted name in land surveying, the trusted name in architecture and engineering is Ackerman Surveying and Ackerman-Esvold. Find them at ackermanesvold.com.
Out of the timeout here for Bowman County. We'll see the Velva offense lined up at the Bowman County 45-yard line. Right in front of us here in the press box. Big thank you to everyone here in Velva that makes it so accommodating, and the warm welcome we get here is unlike anywhere else. It's fantastic every time we come to Velva. Shep is going to be rushed out of the pocket. He's going to try to dance his way forward. He does. He's up over the 40 all the way to the first down marker, and look at the sophomore quarterback make his way all the way up to the 35-yard line. Well, he's obviously got the ability to pass, but he can run the ball as well, and we see that from Ben Shemp here as he dances his way forward for a first down, and another first down and 10 here for the Aggies with under 2 minutes to play in our opening half of football. Shemp's going to take a shot. He fires it out. That ball down to the ground. Was it complete or not? They're going to say incomplete. Ball touched the ground, and right after Shemp got that pass out, he was tattooed there as he was hit by Mace Stuber, and it brings up a second down and 10. Big thanks to our friends at Northern Plains Heating and Air. Northern Plains Heating and Air has over 25 years of experience as your heating and air experts. They're the factory-authorized dealer for AeroSeal. No other choice to seal your heating and air game like Northern Plains Heating and Air. You can find them online, northern-plains.com. Aggies scored on the opening kickoff here this afternoon. They've dominated for the most part since, as Bowman County putting up a fight. Velva on the offensive side of things right now, not going to dominate on this play, is coming in hot pursuit. Roman Fossum comes up with the quarterback sack and a big-time loss for the Aggies. 8-yard loss on the play brings up a third down and a long 18 to go here for the Aggies as we're under 90 seconds now to play here in our first half. Clock's down to a minute 20 right now as it ticks down. Play clock at 16 as that wears down as well. As the quarterback giving the instructions here to the Velva offense. Larry Sandy looks on over on the far sidelines. Velva spreads it out with two wideouts on each side, one in the backfield. Shep's going to look downfield, wants to throw it across, and Shep threw that one down into the field, so it brings up a fourth down here with 58 seconds remaining in our first half of football. Well, join us next week for more action on the PSP Network. Another busy week. We'll have plenty more playoff football coverage coming your way on the PSP Network. We'll make that announcement coming up on Monday, actually, of where we will be headed. The issue is that the tiering system in North Dakota, the way that the rights fees, when we pay for these broadcast rights for these games, the way it is structured, we're about number 3 or 4 in line to be able to take a look at what games we get to have. How about this kick all the way down to the goal line? Velva's going to throw that football out after an excellent play there at the 1-yard line, as getting back down there to make the play for the Aggies was number 21, Braden Bossert. And Bossert puts Bowman County deep inside their own territory down at the 5-yard line, as that ball would have been into the end zone for a touchback at the 20. But the Aggies make an excellent play on special teams. And now with 47 seconds left here in the first half, Bowman County has an even larger hill to climb. Bowman County taking the instructions on the near sideline. They're going to make their way back out here for the final drive of what would be the first half of football. If they eat the clock up enough with 47 seconds remaining, bearing in mind that they have to keep a hold on of the football. Play clock's down to 6, game clock at 47. Little quick hitter there is going to come all the way back into the possession. Is that going to be a safety? It's going to be close to the goal line here. I missed the number on who took the pitch from the quarterback. Sandy made the stop.
4-yard line. It will be second 14 on the 1-yard line.
Rottenberger possibly was the one that took the football. He was starting in the running back position here today. Then we're going to have a timeout coming on the field. 16 seconds remains here in our first half of football. Velva to talk things over. They've got themselves a 22-0 lead here over the Bowman County Bulldogs. It's 11B playoff coverage on the PSP Network.
What you're witnessing actually happens. This is a sad story about bad math.
Bad math?
Does your online company include mounting?
You can't beat the online pricing.
When you add the mounting, the shipping, and all the extras, it's just simple math. We guarantee the lowest prices. Our Plus plan is simply better, a less expensive way to buy tires. Thinking tires? Think Tires Plus.
$22-0 Velva leading Bowman County here on a Saturday afternoon from Velva, North Dakota. Second down and a long 14 to go here for Bowman County from their own goal line as the Aggies are trying to see if they can put a defensive stop on. They thought they had a safety on the last play. This ball is going to be rushed and kept by the quarterback, hanging on to it here as play clock down to 39. Game clock's at 9 seconds, wearing down, and I believe this is how our first half is going to come to an end as Bowman County doesn't want to risk any more after a first half that saw Velva score the only points, and they scored a handful of them. 22-0, the Aggies lead at the break. Time for our Premier Chiropractic Intermission Report. We'll come back and break down that first half of football with a full stats recap. We'll also take a look at the playoff brackets around North Dakota. At the break on the BNC Bank scoreboard, 22-0 Aggies on top of the Bulldogs. It's high school football here on the PSP Network.
I'm a grateful person on a lot of levels. I've been given so many great opportunities. But most of all, even as a little kid, I was taught a set of values. Like tools for life, hard work, responsibility, and the key to making it all work, commitment.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
This broadcast on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
Hi, I'm Agent Simon Irv Pro with CRSF. What is CRSF? We're the Cleanup and Restoration Special Forces.
Hoorah!
We're ServPro's first responders to your property's disaster. Admit it, you're no good at handling disaster alone. Like when you got dumped in high school by Janet Fillmore. She married 3-time world champion yodeler Jovan Bovic. With the Janet disaster, you didn't have a team. Now, you have a team. Elite ServPro operatives, highly trained in disaster cleanup and restoration. If it's fire damage, Agent Fred Iyer. From burnt to unburnt, he does that. But oh wait, it's water. Boom, Agent Winston Otter. He's been called the human sponge. But Simon, what about mold? Agent Marlon Old. He holds the world record for fastest mold remediation. And finally, Agent Smith. He's in charge of restoring your property to its original state. So if you sprung a leak, lit your curtains on fire, or your insulation looks like week old bagels, call ServPro.
In southwestern and south central North Dakota, on any given day at any given moment, a Dakota Community Bank and Trust customer is logging in or signing on to do their online or mobile banking. We believe that community banking can blend both the past with down-home customer service in-house and the future with modern banking conveniences and technology for our customers anywhere, like here or here, all while honoring our long-standing tradition of community-first oriented banking here at Dakota Community Bank and Trust.
Ackerman Esvold, your neighbors, friends, and family who are working for you. The local team with local availability and accountability for all of your engineering, architecture, environmental, transportation, and land development needs. Your project can rely on Ackerman Esvold. Find them online at ackermanesvold.com. When you start your project, talk with Ackerman Surveying and Associates. Our experienced surveying team guides you in the right direction with planning, platting, and lot and boundary surveys. The trusted name in land surveying, the trusted name in architecture and engineering is Ackerman Surveying and Ackerman Esvold. Find them at ackermanesvold.com.
Welcome into our Premier Chiropractic Intermission Report. 22-0 Velva on top of Bowman County after our first half of football here today from Velva. Nick Holberg, glad to have you aboard for the call on the PSP Network. It is our Premier Chiropractic Intermission Report. PremierChiropracticND.com is where you could find my family's choice for chiropractic care in the Magic City. Dr. Kirk Mason, Dr. Cody Haugen, and Dr. Becky Perry-Domries can be found at PremierChiropracticND.com. Premier Chiropractic again. I see Dr. Kirk Mason. My wife sees Dr. Cody Haugen, and our little guy sees Dr. Becky Perry-Domries. The whole family's covered at PremierChiropracticND.com. Well, the game reset of this one, it started off with a bang for the Velva-D-A-G's here today on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. The 9-0 Aggies leading region number 3, ranked number 2 of the state. Didn't have anything to hide here today when it comes to offensive threats, but special teams a lot of times is maybe not talked about as much or anticipated to do as much as they did off the opening kickoff when it was Eigelhart that received the football at the 20-yard line. He ran to the left sideline and went all the way to the house 80 yards later to make it 6-0, 10 seconds in on the opening drive of the football game, or the opening kickoff, of the football game. Velva was off and cruising. Then there was a 40-yard catch and pass as Kraft connected with the Velva quarterback, Ben Shepp, and Kraft dances into the end zone to make it 14-0. Point after no good on that play. And then Shemp from a half yard out to make it 20-0. He added his own 2-point conversion to make it 22-0 at the break. Again, it's the Premier Chiropractic halftime report. Premier Chiropractic in the Magic City can be reached by going online, premierchiropracticnd.com. As promised, we take a look at the bracket for North Dakota 11B playoffs. We'll hopefully have some score updates for you coming here in just a moment. Kindred and Langdon area, Edmore Munich playing here today. That's a 1-4 matchup. Botno and Central Cass duking it out today. Beulah and Bishop Ryan, that's a big-time rivalry matchup. DLB and Shiloh, sounded like Shiloh was up 35-14, I believe, on DLB. The one you're dialed into here, Velva-D-A-G, Garrison leading Bowman County 22-0. Dickinson Trinity and Powers Lake today. Hillsborough Central Valley at Lisbon at Hillsborough Central Valley, sorry. And then Oaks and Thompson tonight. Everybody trying to get to the Dakota Bowl in the early portion of November. 9B playoffs if you're keeping tabs at home for 9B football. Lemoore, Litchfield Marion, and Maple River, St. John and Surrey. Cavalier and North Star, Mayport CG and Wyndmere Lidgerwood. New Salem Almont takes down Hettinger here today by a big margin. They advance into the quarterfinals. Grant County Flasher and South Border, North Prairie and North Border playing here today. And then Divide County against West Hope, Newburgh, Glenburn in a matchup in the 9-man world. There's your playoff brackets as we head closer and closer towards the Dakota Bowl on November 11th at the Fargo Dome here this year in 2022. Here in this one, in the opening round playoffs here today for 11B football, it's Velva, Drake, Adamus, Garrison on top of Bowman County by a score of 22-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. When we come back, we'll kick off our second half. It's high school football and high school playoff coverage here on the PSP Network.
The magic of what we do really comes down to combining different aspects of patient care. Here at Premier Chiropractic, we love combining soft tissue work, the adjustment, and exercises together. We found that this gets the best results for our patients. We have 3 chiropractors to fit the needs of the entire family, a rehab area for our exercises and equipment for any athlete to improve performance. Give us a call and we will get you back to doing what you love.
I'm a grateful person on a lot of levels. I've been given so many great opportunities. But most of all, even as a little kid, I was taught a set of values. Like tools for life, hard work, responsibility, and the key to making it all work, commitment.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
The right way to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
This broadcast on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
You have built an amazing life by working hard and doing your job well. Delivering financial advice is what we do well. At Ameriprise Financial, our job is to use our skills, experience, and research to help you become more successful in today's economy. What we want you to walk away from each encounter with is satisfaction in knowing that together, we've done what we can to help you work toward a better future.
Are you moving your business or your home across the town or across the country? We know it can be stressful. To ensure your possessions arrive on time, intact, and on budget, make your move with Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers can help you with every aspect of your move. With our efficient step-by-step approach to move management, we can tailor a plan to suit your needs and schedule. With locations in Bismarck, Fargo, Minot, and Aberdeen, Jobbers Moving and Storage is your choice. Visit jobberswarehouse.com. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage.
Every 10 minutes, 3 people in the United States will die from a preventable incident. More people are dying on our roadways and in their homes than ever before, but that's where the North Dakota Safety Council can help. Safety is our mission, from the workplace to any place. We're a private nonprofit that offers more than 150 training courses that are dynamic, hands-on, and effective. From CPR and first aid to driver safety and even workplace violence preparedness, we want to make sure your loved ones come home safe each night. Go to ndsc.org to see how together we can make a difference.
Ackerman Esvold, your neighbors, friends, and family who are working for you. The local team with local availability and accountability. For all of your engineering, architecture, environmental, transportation, and land development needs, your project can rely on Ackerman Esvold. Find them online at ackermanesvold.com. When you start your project, talk with Ackerman Surveying and Associates. Our experienced surveying team guides you in the right direction with planning, platting, and lot and boundary surveys. The trusted name in land surveying, the trusted name in architecture and engineering is Ackerman Surveying and Ackerman Esvold. Find them at ackermanesvold.com.
Hopes and dreams across the board and across North Dakota of the Dakota Bowl in 2022. Some have been shattered, some are still alive, and right now for Bowman County entering the second half of this showdown here today, they've got some work to do if they want that dream to continue to be a reality. They trail Velva by a score of 22-0 here on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Time for our second half of football here this afternoon from Velva, North Dakota. Nick Holberg again on the call. Glad to have you folks aboard here on the PSP Network. If you haven't already done so, make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms to stay up to date with everything that is high school sports from around North Dakota. We are underway for our second half of football, and the run coming back here for Bowman County to start things off. They won the coin flip earlier on here tonight, and they had the opportunity to defer to the second half. And they will start their offense now here, trailing 22-0 with Velva on top here tonight. Bowman County in white, if you're just joining us. It's Velva in blue and yellow if you're just joining us here this afternoon as well. Well, the quarterback for Bowman County, Bowden Duffield, comes from the shotgun situation, and from that formation, he rolls out to the right side, looking downfield, tosses it out of play, out of the track here on the near sidelines. It's going to bring up a second down and 10. A few scores from around North Dakota high school football today. It was Shiloh that took down DLB 35-14. New Salem destroying Henninger County here this afternoon, 42-6 in that showdown. See if we can get some more of those scores for you as this day continues on, as that playoff bracket continues to build. Ball's at the 37-yard line of Bowman County. They go to work here on the second down and 10. Not going anywhere on that run opportunity because the stop was made there from linebacker Thomas Bodine for Velva as he came up and slammed the door in a quick hurry. 49 degrees when we started here today, and it's been a beautiful day for high school football. Everybody's got the hats and beanies on out in the crowd. What more would you expect on the 22nd of October 2022? Mother Nature starting to move her way towards Old Man Winter here for changing of the seasons. Bowman County's had a hard time advancing through that defensive line of the Velva-D-A-G's today, and they have another hard opportunity to do so there. The effort obviously there here for Bowman County today, but the big man from Velva shut the door again. 4th down. Bulldogs are forced to punt. Andrews kicks that one up into the air, drops at the 40, takes a Velva bounce, comes back up to about the 42-yard line, and that's where the Aggies will go to work for the first time in the second half on the offensive side of the football, led by their sophomore quarterback and Ben Shep, a kid that came into today's matchup with 31 touchdowns on the season. You can add 2 more to his name on the year. 33 touchdowns, not a small number by any means inside of North Dakota high school football. Aggies spread it out again. They were so good in the first half with their run game mixed in with their pass game. So many targets for this Velva program, which there are each and every year. There is flags on the play, and that's going to slow things up here for the Aggies. Velva's got the false start charge to them, so it's going to be a first down at 15. Little things like that the number 2 ranked team in North Dakota wants to clean up in this playoff season moving forward if they can. Led by the legendary coach and Larry Sandy, and a guy that's been around for so many years. 22-0 Velva on top. Quarterback keeper Shep. He doesn't have a seam. He doesn't have a gap. There's no hole for him there either. He's forward only for a moment before Stuber just takes him down to the ground.
Number 78, Grant Keys, that will bring up second.
Keys is going to get some credit on that tackle as well. Second down and 13 here for the Aggies. 2 wideouts on the right side, 2 on the left, right from the middle of the football field at their own 38-yard line. Passes complete to the original line of scrimmage. Dancing there, moving forward just for a moment was Reggie Bruner, and Bruner is going to pick up a handful on the play, not enough for a first down.
That'll bring up 3rd and about 6.
Well, there you hear it, 3rd down and 6. Velva still on their own side of the football field. Ball marked at the 46-yard line. Shep from the shotgun again. 2 on the right side, 1 on the left, 1 in the backfield. Cloudy skies here in Velva today as that ball is going to be fired out across the middle. And a few times here today, Shep has had a low ball that is fired into the ground here. And there was another one that's going to bring up a 4th down. And Velva looks to be bringing the special teams unit onto the football field to punt this one away with 9:50 left here in our third quarter, with Velva on top by a score of 22-0.
Dan Shep, the punt for the Aggies.
Big college football game today. UND hosting South Dakota, number 1 South Dakota. The Jackrabbits at the Alaris Center here today. Look out, player went down. Will we see a flag on that play? We will not, and it will be Bowman County football. Tucked back in their own territory as that ball was booted nicely all the way down to the 18-yard line of the Bowman County Bulldogs. If you've ever had the opportunity to head to the Alaris Center for a matchup and a big matchup like that South Dakota one, you know that that is quite an experience. If you never have, I highly recommend it. College football with UND or NDSU, always a fun time to be a part of it. Bison and Hawks fans not usually on the same page with many things other than the fact that they like the game. This ball is going to be sent out into the flat, and it's going to be caught there by Fossum, and Fossum's taken down, and the stop was made by Brayton Bossert. 22-0, Velva on top on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Thanks again for joining us here today on the PSP Network. Opening round playoff coverage.
22, Duffield on the carry.
Duffield on the carry.
Number 10, Van Shep.
Shep on the stop.
First and 10. On the 30-yard
Chains are going to move here for the Bulldogs, and it brings up a first down and 10. Well, Bowden Duffield here on the afternoon has done his part to try to help the cause for the Bulldogs. The junior's back to pass now. He's going to have some time, throws a nice spiral downfield, diving after it, but incomplete. That ball was intended there for Fossum. Shep came across to the secondary with the coverage as well, and he just missed that opportunity at the interception. And it brings up a second down and 10 here for Bowman County. 8:52 ticking down here in quarter number 3. Clouds in the sky starting to move from the north to the south. On what you would expect for a high school football day. Ball's on the ground. It's going to be picked up. Off to the races to the corner of the end zone. The quarterback sack is going to result in 6 more points here for Velva. The stop was there. The ball came free. Picking it up was Peyton Bodine, and Bodine trounces into the end zone. And another touchdown here for the Velva-Aggies. Well, Bodine from the 30-yard line after the Selzler sack that caused the fumble. And that might be a dagger right there as it's 28-0 now in favor of the Velva-Aggies after Selzler tattooed the quarterback here for Bowman County, Duffield. Duffield fumbled the football. It was picked up and it was sent all the way down into the end zone for the Velva-Aggies, and they score another one on the opening moments of our second half of football as Bodine from 30 yards out scores. Into the end zone, wide open, 2-point conversion. And the Aggies are moving and grooving now as the Aggies score the 2-point conversion. And they lead 30-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. They've had a little bit of everything here today, haven't they? Special teams, defensive touchdown, 2 offensive touchdowns, and a 30-point lead in the opening round of the 11B football playoffs.
What you're witnessing actually happens. This is a sad story about bad math.
Bad math?
Does your online company include mounting?
You can't beat the online pricing.
When you add the mounting, the shipping, and all the extras, it's just simple math. We guarantee the lowest prices. Our Plus plan is simply better, a less expensive way to buy tires. Thinking tires? Think Tires Plus.
Well, Velva forces the clock to run now as it's a 30-point lead at 30-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Big-time defensive play coming there as the sack was put on the quarterback from Selzler, forces the fumble, and then Bodine picks up that fumbled football and takes it down to the end zone to make it 30-0. Here on the retrieve, football's out again. Velva's going to end up back with it, and the Aggies have the football at the 25-yard line, just outside the Serve Pro red zone as it was stripped on the kickoff return coming there. And Bowman County starting to feel some frustrations here in this ball game as that one was in the hands of Bowden Duffield, and Duffield had it stripped from him. And all of a sudden, Velva's got the ball back now at the 26-yard line with a first down and 10 and 8:34 to play here in this third quarter. Time ticks away now here in the ball game. As soon as that clock starts back up, the run clock will continue on with Velva ahead by 30 points on the board. Shep on the keeper, had a nice fake. He's going to cut back to the right. He's back in all the way down to the 10-yard line. A big gain there coming from Shep. Picks up 10 yards on the play, and Shep is into the first down territory with the Serve Pro Red Zone coming here. The Serve Pro Red Zone where you could find fire and water, restoration, and cleanup at Serve Pro. Find them online at servepro.com. 8 minutes, 4 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Velva marching down into the Serve Pro red zone after they just scored off of a fumble recovery with the defense. And now it's Shep that fires across the middle, threw that one out into coverage, and it's knocked down there by Blake Wolbaum. And Wolbaum got the big paw on it, knocked it down to avoid 6 more on the board here from the Aggies.
Second down. Sorry about that.
30-0, Velva's on top. They have been from the start of this one here today. If you're just joining us, we sure appreciate you being on the call with us here today. Do have a final score from New Salem here this afternoon. It was New Salem that took care of Hettinger County here today by a final of 42-6. Here in this showdown today, it's been all Velva from the start in the opening kickoff. Shep rolls out of the pocket. Shep's going to cut back to the left, and Shep is down into the end zone. Touchdown. Shep's going to score again from the 8-yard line. I thought he was dead in the water, but Shep goes down and puts it into the end zone. The quarterback's got another one. 8 yards out on the play, and Shep scampers in. He's going to pick up his 3rd touchdown of the day, 2nd on the ground. And it's now 36-0 in favor of the Velva-Aggies. Shep, when he came out, it looked like he was going to be sacked on the play, and then he just made a quick little move to his right, then his left, and then bulldozed his way down in for the touchdown. And Shep, the big frame quarterback, was in for the score. He's going to fire over to the near side. Does Velva get in for 2 more points? They do. Aggies are on the board for 2 more. It's 38-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard as the Aggies have unhooked the plow here in the ballgame at the start to the second half to lead 38-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
Whether you need wealth management is a multifaceted offering that should provide opportunities for growth and security. At BNC National Bank, we pride ourselves on putting your priorities first and providing practical, objective financial advice. Our team can help you assess your goals and take stock of your assets to determine whether wealth management is right for you. Speak to a member of our team today to learn more.
Well, you take a good look at the Velva sideline right now. The coaching staff, Casey Kwame, the gentleman, pacing back and forth right there. Some of those coaches have been here in Velva for many years, have played in the program. They know what this tradition and history is like. These Velva kids like to win football games, and right now they're proving that as they are on top of this one by a score of 38-0. Credit Bowman County for playing hard here today. Velva's just got some powerful offensive and defensive threats, and plays have just kind of gone their way here today. And another one there as the football was taken off of the kick. It went out of the hands and then back in momentarily there. And it's going to be Bowman County that's tucked back inside their own territory again as the ball's going to be marked at the 14-yard line here for the Bulldogs. We're down to 6 minutes, 18 seconds to play here in this third quarter of football. As soon as they come set, that play clock, a game clock will start again on the new set of downs here. Clouds continuing to move here. It looks and feels like snow is headed our direction here in north central North Dakota. There's Bowman County and the quarterback again, Duffield from the shotgun. And Duffield's going to take it here. He'll hand that one off. That's a new quarterback in. I do apologize. New quarterback in. His number 12 into the ball game. And I do apologize. I don't have a 12 on the roster sheet that they gave us at the door or the one that I had pre-prepared for the showdown here today. Nevertheless, brings up a second down and 4 to go. Game clock down to 5:44, ticking away here in this third quarter. You get to 30 points in North Dakota high school football, and the game clock starts to run. There's a fumble on the play. They're going to say that was a dead play beforehand, I do believe. I'm not exactly sure what the call is there from officials in the white hat. No, they're going to say it was recovered by Bowman County. Not exactly sure what happened there. I thought that was a Velva football. I do apologize. Thank you so much. 12 for Bowman County is Lambaum. Ball's going to be taken here up the near sidelines, breaking free. Here come the Bulldogs up over the 40-yard line, all the way up to the 45 on the Velva side of the field. An excellent run coming there. And some momentum now as that ball was carried with a head of steam from Bishop Duffield, and Duffield takes it all the way into Velva territory. Chandler Lamborn, the quarterback. Lamborn from the shotgun. With the blue Nikes on here today with a motion man. It's going to be handed to the motion man, and off goes Fossum, and Fossum's going to break free. Fossum cutting back at the 30-yard line up to the 25. Fossum barreling his way through. He's finally held up and hauled down there on the play as the stop was made from the Aggies, number 60, Gage Roberts. But the Bulldogs have some momentum here in quarter number 3 with 4 minutes on the clock, ticking away on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Big thanks again to Planet Pizza, bringing you the showdown here today on the PSP Network. Planet Pizza with delicious chicken wings. I'm telling you, if you haven't had the wings at Planet Pizza, you are officially missing out. Handed off, balls run. Nice gain coming here again as Sam Andrews is going to dart his way up towards that first down pylon. Did he get there or not? It's going to be close. It's going to be a second down and 2 to go here with 3:25 on the game clock. Well, that American flag here in Velva here this afternoon hasn't quit waving the entire ball game. Blowing almost straight at us here as we face directly north from the press box and where we sit today, the field facing from east to west or west to east, wherever you're standing at, depending on how you look at it. Will that be a first down coming here for Bowman County? It will. And the first down chains are going to move, and Bowman County is inside the Serve Pro red zone here with a first down coming. Serve Pro with fire and water, cleanup and restoration at Serve Pro, bringing you the red zone play here today. And Bowman County hasn't been in here many times on the afternoon, but they certainly look to capitalize now, trailing 38-0. They set up from the middle of the football field. They spread the field out. They hand it off. Quick cut, and then running right up the gut on the play was 18. Sam Andrews, the senior. And Andrews barrels his way forward for a 3-yard gain. Second down and 7 here for the Bulldogs. When you look at region number 4, the region that they play in, Dickinson Trinity's the team that was at the top of the list with Beulah. Inside of region number 4, after that win over Beulah at 6-1 last week, you'd have to think Bowman County came in here today with some pretty high hopes and expectations. Down inside the 10, there's a run again on the play. Fossum's going to carry it in, and Fossum picks up about a yard or 2 on the play. Third down and 5, they give him 2 on the play. So after the win over Beulah last week, Bowman County came into Velva today with some high hopes. Not over till it's over here today. They're going to run down towards the goal line into the end zone. Yes, they are. Touchdown. Bulldogs are on the board with Sam Andrews, who darts his way in here with 1:19 left in our third quarter of football.
The first and goal at the 2.
Oh, they're saying first and goal at the 2. The side official over here had his arms up that they were into the end zone on the near sideline. I do apologize. I thought that was a touchdown here. The official down to the bottom right.
Touchdown on that play.
It was a touchdown on the play. Thank you. Was a touchdown. They go for the point after.
Point is good.
Extra point is good. So Bowman County is on the board. They pick up 7 here. Now we've got ourselves a 38-7 ball game. Bowman County gets on the board for the first time here today. On the BNC National Bank scoreboard, it's 38-7. Velva still on top. Just about a quarter of football left here from Velva, North Dakota.
to top a sub is with real red wine vinegar made from red grapes and no food coloring. And the right way to film it is in slow motion. Obviously. Because authentic ingredients make a sub above.
Wondering whether you need wealth management? Wealth management is a multifaceted offering that should provide opportunities for growth and security. At BNC National Bank, we pride ourselves on putting your priorities first and providing practical, objective financial advice. Our team can help you assess your goals and take stock of your assets to determine whether wealth management is right for you. Speak to a member of our team today to learn more.
Andrews scores a touchdown. Now he's going to put this one into the air off of his foot. Bowman County kicking off here to Velva. 38-7. Aggies are on top, but Bowman County gets their first score of the second half. End of the ball game. It's 38-7 on the BNC Bank scoreboard. Short kick that comes up to the 20-yard line, make it the 30. It's going to be returned here by the Aggies. They're forward with it. And it brings up a first down and 10 for Velva as they go to work on the offensive side of things. Here with a 31-point lead, 40 seconds away from our fourth quarter of football. The other teams in region number 4, by the way, you've got Trinity from Dickinson, Beulah, Bowman County. You've got Shiloh in that division as well. Hazen, Killdeer, Southern McLean, and Hart River. There's some teams there that look to make some noise in this playoff picture. How will they do today and where will they fare here today? And the 2022 opening round of the playoffs for 11B football. Handed off here for the Velva-D-A-Aggies. Bossert was the one that carried. Picks up about a yard on the play. Velva leading region number 3. Coming into playoff time, they swept the season in the win column. They went 9-0 overall. Delax Burlington was number 2 at 6-1. Ray Palmer's Lake was 5-2. Bishop Ryan went 4-3 on the season. Kenmare went 3-4. South Prairie picked up its first win at 1-6. Nedrose went 1-6, and so did Stanley on the season. South Prairie actually went 2-7 overall on the year. And that's a look at region number 3 as our third quarter comes to an end. Well, it's Velva Garrison Drake Animus that's on top of this one, 38-7. They can taste it right now and a berth into the state quarterfinals next week as they lead by 31 points with 12 minutes of run time left here on their home field today in Velva. It's been a bit cloudy all day, but nothing but sunshine from the Velva yellow and blue here with a big-time lead. State football playoffs.
What you're witnessing actually happens. This is a sad story about bad math.
Bad math?
Does your online company include mounting?
You can't beat the online pricing.
When you add the mounting, the shipping, and all the extras, it's just simple math. We guarantee the lowest prices. Our Plus plan is simply better, a less expensive way to buy tires. Thinking tires? Think Tires Plus.
If it's fire damage, Agent Fred Iyer. From burnt to unburnt, he does that.
Back to action here in Velva, North Dakota with the Aggies coming out with a second down and 10 to start things off. Football's on the ground. Bowman County says they've got it. There's some fight left in the Bulldogs. Here is the fumble for the Aggies. Their first fumble of the ball game results in a Bowman County turnover from the defense. And now they're going to set up at the 31-yard line. And Bowman County brings the offense back onto the field. Pretty long hill to climb here at 38-7, but talked about dreams coming into our second half of football. That dream should never be done until it is. And right now it's Bowman County that needs some luck and some help here on the offensive side of things to go their way if they want to keep this one alive, because It's Velva that's pretty much all but checked out of this ball game here this afternoon from their own field here at the Velva Municipal Park. First down and 10. Ball set up in the middle of the field. It's going to be handed off here. Quick cut moving down to the near sideline. Still dancing with the football. Carrying ahead forward was Rottenberger. And Riggs Rottenberger's up with a gain on the play of just about 4 yards here for Bowman County. 11:38 ticking down here in quarter number 4. Stick around today for our Schatz Crossroads and Planning Team Financial Advisors postgame. Schatz Crossroads and Planning Team Financial Advisors bring you the postgame show here today on the PSP Network. Hope you stay tuned for that here today. Well, the handoff was there that time and wrestled to the ground was Bishop Dupfield. And Dupfield had company as all of a sudden those linebackers from Velva came flying in and shutting the door in a quick hurry. Kraft and Eigelhart make the stop there for Velva. Make that Bodine and Eigelhart make the stop for Velva, and it brings up a 3rd down and 10. Ball moved to the 31-yard line as Bowman County continues to go to work. They scored the last touchdown. They want one more here to see if they could shut the run clock off. Late to the ball game. We're in the 4th quarter. That snap is going to be fumbled. Look out, fumbled again. It's on the ground. And recovering it, the Bowman County quarterback comes up with the stop. And Lamborn makes the play there, but he loses big-time yards on the play. This is going to be a 4th down and a 22 here for Bowman County. They're going to be forced to punt this football away. 10 minutes, 8 seconds now on the clock here in Velva, North Dakota. Lights are on as they continue to shine out onto the football field here today, and it's a showdown on the PSP Network that had some high expectations. It's been all Velva for the most part today until later portions of our second half here of the ball game. That ball is going to be booted out of bounds inside the 15, and Velva will take over there at the 15-yard line, their own 15-yard line, with a 1st down and 10. High expectations of it coming into today. We knew that Velva was going to be the heavy favorite here, but with what Bowman County did at the end of their season, in the regular season schedule, I had some high expectations of how this one could go here today, and they've certainly done their job of playing hard. Velva's just had a little more muscle in this showdown, it seems, and I think that's probably a fair assessment of this ball game here today as the 6-3 Bowman County Bulldogs trail the 9-0 Velva-Aggies 38-7. Velva ranked number 2 in the state according to the media poll. It's Kindred, the only other team that's undefeated in 11B football. They've got that number 1 ranking and the defending state championship with the target on their back. Pass was complete down to the wide out on the near side. Brody Seidler. Seidler's going to be hauled up on the play as he's thrown down to the ground off of the stop coming there from Lamborn. 2nd down and 7 here for the Aggies. 9:22 ticking down on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Planning Team Financial Advisors and Schatz Crossroads postgame show coming up right around the corner. Big thanks again to Northern Plains Heating and Air, serving Bismarck for 25 years as the authorized AeroSeal dealer in Bismarck. Visit them online, northern-plains.com. No other way to seal your heating and air game than with Northern Plains. Big thanks again to the UPS store, Marshall Knopp and his group at the UPS store for their continued support to the PSP Network. UPS store located in the Marketplace Foods Plaza on South Broadway in Minot. They're open Monday through Saturday for your convenience. Stop into the UPS store for all your packing and shipping needs. Mailboxes as well at the UPS store. 8.5 to play in regulation. 38-7, Velva's on top. They spread the field out here as falling back to pass. There's a new quarterback in for the Aggies. That's Cooper Kittleson, and Kittleson is going to have a full start charge to his Aggie offense. Well, Cooper Kittleson, the 9th grader, and Shep, the sophomore, and the two that they have in that quarterback position, the one that plays and the one that's in the bullpen. Obviously, you've got two young guys, and the future is bright here in Aggie country for what is to come from that quarterback spot. Anytime that you've got a sophomore quarterback that reached 33 touchdowns through the first round of the playoffs in his sophomore year, you know that things are going to be looking bright in Velva for some years to come. Is that ball picked off? No, it's not. It hit the dirt first before Bowden Duffield got a hand on it. Fourth down and 13. Aggies are going to be forced to punt here. Once again, if you haven't already done so, do us a favor to help support our mission of promoting local athletes, and like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms, including Facebook and Twitter. Hit that subscribe button if you're on YouTube watching this showdown here today. Again, that's why we're here, promoting local athletes. Have the opportunity to get these games on the air for anybody that's watching here today. Anyone from Grandma and Grandpa that are at home or abroad, all the way to the college scouts that might be dialed into this ball game. That's why PSP Network is here, to promote local athletes across the great state of North Dakota. 7 minutes, 11 seconds is what remains here in regulation. Bowman County is going to take over after the punt. And the Bulldogs come out with the ball at the 41-yard line. 38-7. Velva on top. Handoff comes here, and with the run, this is Bowden Duffield. Duffield's going to make his way through, and then, oh boy, was he slammed down to the ground and hard. That was a big-time hit there. Kelsa Maskell came up and just kind of tossed him at the last second. Duffield went down hard, and he's going to come onto the sidelines after that hit. Yeah, he just got wrapped up and tossed down. Head smacked pretty good on the playing surface here in Velva. .6:30 left here in regulation. First down and 10 here for Bowman County. On the keeper. Lamborn's ahead with it, but he's going to be tackled up at the line of scrimmage. Pushed towards the line of scrimmage, I should say. I'm having a harder time than normal seeing the markings on the field here today. I guess he had a 4-yard gain. I do apologize. 4-yard gain there for the quarterback, and it brings up a second down at 6. 38-7. Velva's on top here on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. At the half, Velva had the lead at 22-0. Second half, a different story here as Bowman County's on the move again. Lamborn's going to move forward up inside Serpro red zone. Serpro, for all your fire and water restoration and cleanup needs, Serpro brings you the red zone. Is running into the Serpro red zone there. The Bulldogs are going to have field position with a first down and 10 from the 15 here with 5:27 remaining in regulation. Well, Velva's going to move on to round number 2. Will be the final matchup of the year here for Bowman County. Never easy to have your last ball game end in playoff fashion. Everybody obviously trying to get to the Dakota Bowl, but to be in the playoffs and qualify and have the season that Bowman County has had here, a lot to be proud of. Not an easy landscape to make the playoffs. Awesome's going to dance with it here on the near sideline. He's then going to be wrangled up. And Roman Fossum is going to lose some yards on the play. Not a whole lot, just about a yard. Brings up a second down and 11. 4 minutes, 34 seconds now ticks away. Fossum was the carrier on the last play. It's Lamborn from the shotgun formation. Duffield started from that spot here today, and they bring in Lamborn. Now they're going to run it to the far sideline. This is Andrews cutting back. He's going to dance down towards the 5. And a nice little run there for Sam Andrews, who's got the touchdown on the day here for Bowman County. Picks up 6 on the play, and that ball's going to be marked inside the 10-yard line. Ball's at the 6. Third down, and call it 3 here with under 4 minutes to play. Bowman County trying to add to their 7 that they've mustered up here today against a stingy Velva defense. Handoff, and that stingy defense comes up big. They swarm in a quick hurry. And the door was shut down as nowhere to go there for Andrews as Andrews was wrapped up, and it brings up a 4th down now. Stick around for our move of the game and our post-game show today. That move of the game is brought to you by our friends at Jobbers Moving and Storage. Jobbers Moving and Storage for all your moving and storage needs with locations in Minot, Bismarck, Fargo, and Aberdeen. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage bringing you the move of the game here today, and there's a couple pretty darn good candidates for that here in this showdown today that has been entertaining with some big-time highlights in the contest. Well, Bowman County is going to come together and have another conversation here, and one that kids probably will remember for some time, as they'll have one final conversation with 3:08 remaining. 4th down situation, 38-7. Their hopes of the Dakota Bowl and a berth into the quarterfinals at least are all but over right now. 3:08 remains here in this contest. They fought hard today against the Velva football team, but the Aggies have prevailed with the muscle that they have coming on to region number 3. And as the top team on the west side of North Dakota, you could say, is Kindred's the one that is the favorite over on the east side. And the southeast side, Kindred number 1. They received all 17 first-place votes in the most recent poll. Velva didn't receive any of those votes, but they sit at number 2 in the media poll at 9-0. Hillsboro Central Valley, 8-1 for them. Dickinson Trinity at 8-1, and Oaks and Botno at 8-1. They're also in the top 5 here. Will those teams advance on into quarter and semifinal play, and who will play for the Dakota Bowl? That's the question. Right now, we're just putting the formalities on this one as Bowman County's got it here. They're going to look to the corner of the end zone. It's spun out. Touchdown into the end zone it goes, as that one goes into the hands of Fossum, and Fossum's got the touchdown, and Bowman County strikes again, and Bowman County puts 6 more on the board to make it 38-13 here with 3 minutes and 2 seconds remaining. Back-to-back touchdowns here for Bowman County. Now they're going to go for the point after on the kick attempt coming here. Last one was good. They're going to set it down and look for one more point here, as it's 13 on the board for them now. Do they get the extra one? No, they don't. It was just wide to the right. So it remains 38-13 here on the BNC National Bank scoreboard, 38-13. Velva's on top. Bowman County with a pair of touchdowns back-to-back. We go back to stop clock, if you will, here in Velva, North Dakota.
This broadcast on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
.38-13. Velva on top of Bowman County today. Big thank you to Gary Cambeats for checking in on the PSP Network. We sure appreciate your comments on the PSP Network. Happy to be bringing you high school sports across North Dakota today, and the showdown that we have here between Bowman County and Velva. That ball is going to be caught back and fielded inside the 10-yard line, but slipping there for the Velva Aggies is going down to the ground after that one was caught was Eric Martin. And the Velva Aggies are going to set up from back in their own territory here with under 3 to play, 38-13. Velva on top, and they will work from their own territory with a first down and 10. Big thanks again to Drew Carlson today for producing and running the camera here today on the PSP Network. Great job as always, Drew. Thanks to all those sponsors that make these games possible, including our friends at Hub International Insurance, Northern Plains Heating and Air, friends at Planet Pizza, Prestwich Orthodontics, the UPS store, and all those others that you see. Big thank you to all of them here today. Ball's going to be handed off. This ball's going to be pushed all the way back towards the goal line, and it will be a loss on the play here for the Aggies as Bowman County backs up Velva back into their own territory.
Loss of 2. Second and 12.
Loss of 2 on the play, 38-13. Velva still on top if you're just joining us here today. Velva scored the first 5 of the day, and then the next 2 were scored by Bowman County. Andrews from 5 yards out, and then Fossum on the reception from about 10 out to make it 38-13. But it started today with a Velva touchdown off of the opening kickoff. Engelhardt from 80 yards out took it down for the score to make it 8-0. Then a 40-yard catch that Kraft had, and he ran it down into the end zone to make it 14-0. Point after was no good. Shep from a half a yard out made it 20-0. He added his own extra points on the play to make it 22-0. That's where we went to the half, and at the half we came out at 22-0, and it was Bodine from 30 yards out on the play after Selsler had the sack that forced the fumble, and Bodine took it into the end zone on the defensive side of the ball to score. Shep then danced in from 8 yards out to make it 36-0. The point after attempt didn't come. They went for 2. They converted to make it 38-0. Then it was all Bowman County from that point on. Andrews and Fossum are the ones that have scored, and it's 38-13. There's your game reset, brought to you and delivered by the UPS store of the Magic City, the UPS store for all your packing and shipping needs. Well, the Aggies line up deep in their own territory. Ball underneath their own 5-yard line, and on the keeper, right to the ground. On the quarterback keeper will go Kittleson.
Cooper Kittleson on the carry.
Under 2 minutes to play here in regulation. We're down to 1:52 remaining. Play clock's at 20 here as time is going to continue to expire as Velva can start to celebrate here. The fans on their feet here at Velva celebrating what has been a good ball game today on a chilly Saturday afternoon. Pitch back, that one's going to fall right at about the 1-yard line as the opportunity was there. They tossed it back to Shep, and Shep lost his footing. It's going to bring up a 4th down and a long 16 here to go. They're going to have to punt it away with 1:10 remaining here in the contest. Well, Velva on the season is going to improve to 10-0 on the year. It's Bowman County that's going to fall to 6-4 when it's all said and done. Nothing to hang your hats about on a 6-4 record in high school football in North Dakota. Not an easy thing to do, especially in the region that they come from with Trinity, Beulah, Shiloh, Hazen, Killdeer, Southern McLean, and Hart River. Top ones on that list are certainly ones that are programs that people talk about as some of the tops in North Dakota. This ball is going to drop at about the 29-yard line. Bowman County is going to have the ball here. But there's only 34 seconds remaining in the contest here this afternoon as these teams are starting to get set to be done with this one here today. We're just about set for our planning team financial advisors and Shots Crossroads postgame show here today. 34 seconds away from that here today. Well, Bowman County comes out one more time on the offensive side of the football. They're going to look for some more points to end their season on a high note. No, they're just going to take a knee. And a classy move here by Bowman County. Congratulating Velva here today on a hard-fought matchup and a win here for Velva. Got to appreciate what Bowman County does there. 22-0 at the break here today, and it ends up at 38-13. Velva will advance and move on. Bowman County will have their season come to a close, but again, those gentlemen here today deserve some credit. They had a hard-fought football game, and they definitely did their part here fighting in this one against a tough Velva football team. Final score again, 38-13. Velva takes care of Bowman County. Let's head to our post-game show here today, brought to you by Planning Team Financial Advisors and our friends at Schatz Crossroads.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Oh, easy, easy. I think I'm good. You got my good side, right? Not too many lights. I don't want to get fried before my time. Oh, it's egg-tastic. You never know what dish you're going to end up in. My dream dish is a 99. It's so popular. Me and a fellow egg tag teaming with some crispy golden hash browns. Have you seen those hash browns? Those guys are shredded. Throw in some diced ham, onions, and melted cheese. Oh, it's a party for your taste buds. Oh, here comes Chevy. Hold on, Chevy. Did you guys get everything that you needed? 99. Here I come. Schatz Crossroads. It's an excellent place to eat.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
$38-13. Good look at the Velva-D-A-G's right there as they take a victory today over Bowman County and the Bulldogs in a showdown that had a little bit of everything here today as far as scoring was concerned. Offense, defense, special teams. Had a little bit of all of it here today in the scoring line of things. It is our Planning Team Financial and Schatz Crossroads postgame show here today. Planning Team Financial Advisors and Schatz Crossroads bring you the postgame show here today on the PSP Network. Planning Team Financial Advisors is there for you whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession. Planning Team Financial Advisors will help you work toward achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com. Don't forget to get fueled up at Schatz Crossroads, by the way. Their menu includes the famous and delicious number 99. Order online, schatzcrossroads.com. Team buses are always welcome at Schatz Crossroads. Well, this one started off today with a bang as we look at our game reset, brought to you by Schatz Crossroads and Planning Team Financial Advisors. Off the opening kickoff, it was Eigelhart from his own 20-yard line that danced it on into the house. That made it 6-0. The two-point conversion was good for Velva. Moments later, 40-yard pitch and catch to Kraft ended up in a touchdown for the Aggies. That made it 14-0. And then in the second quarter, after 14-0, brought us to our second quarter. it was Shep on a half-yard run to make it 20-0. He added his own 2-point conversion to make it 22-0. That's where we went to our halftime. That's where we went to our break, and we knew that Bowman County was going to need something big right out of the gate coming into that second half, and unfortunately they didn't get it. It was actually Velva that had the big play. It was Selzler that stripped the ball on the run play, and it was Bodine that picked up the fumble from 30 yards out. He pranced in to make it 28-0. And then Velva added more insult to the injury as Shep from 8 yards out danced to his right, then to his left into the end zone. Third touchdown of the day for Shep to make it 36-0. 2-point conversion was good to make it 38-0. Run clock was on once we got to 30-0 here in this ball game. With a minute 19 remaining in the third quarter, it was Andrews that danced in from 5 yards out for Bowman County to make it 38-7. Fossum took a pass into the end zone to add the second one to make it a score of 38-13 when it was all said and done here today. That's our game reset, brought to you by Planning Team Financial Advisors and Shots Crossroads. Velva-Aggies being congratulated on the field here today. Bowman County's got their family and fans with them on the field today as well. Never an easy one. Bowman County, again, a ton to be proud of here today after this showdown on the PSP network. Velva is for real. We knew that coming in, no doubt about it. Time to announce the move of the game, brought to you by Jobbers Moving and Storage. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Jobbers Moving and Storage can help you with your moving and storage needs. It's Jobbers Moving and Storage. Locations in Minot, Bismarck, Fargo, and Aberdeen. Well, there's plenty here that you could probably talk about as a move of the game. The one that maybe would be the big one was the Selzler strip that gave Bodine the football after the fumble. That kind of put the nail in the coffin, you'd have to think. But really, the biggest play of the ball game was the opening kickoff here today, where from the own 20-yard line of the Velva-Aggies, it was Eigelhart that ran it back 80 yards to the house to start things off. And the tempo was set from the opening play of the ball game. Just 10 seconds in, the Aggies led by a score of 6-0. There's your Jobbers Moving and Storage move of the game. Jobbers Moving and Storage in Minot, Bismarck, Fargo, and Aberdeen. They bring you today's move of the game. We'll hop right into our MVP of the contest here today. The MVP of the contest brought to you by our friends at Sport Clips. Sport Clips, where you can check in online and head right on over to Sport Clips in Minot and Bismarck. There's nothing quite like the MVP experience at Sport Clips. They bring you the MVP of the contest here today. And, man, there's a handful of players that certainly are deserving of some credit in this showdown. I don't know if any more deserve it than the sophomore quarterback from Velva today. As I'm telling you, Ben Shep here today was really a one-man wrecking crew in some senses. Obviously, that offensive line was really good for him today, and those kids deserve credit as well. With Selzler, Lacaduck, Sandy, and Rhyme, hold him in the center. He did a great job today as well. But you look at what Ben Shep was able to do coming in. His resume read well with 31 touchdowns coming into today. He leaves with 34 after today with a 3-touchdown day. He's going to be our Sport Clips MVP of the contest. Let's take a look at the 11B playoff bracket and what this means for the win here today. Velva, Drake Cadamus Garrison takes the win over Bowman County. They're going to advance. Trinity or Powers Lake is what it looks like they'll have on the schedule coming up. I do believe that is correct, unless they're reseeded round by round, which I don't believe is the case. There's a look at the 11B playoff bracket. Velva gets a big win today. Look on our social media on the PSP network, on Twitter and on Facebook, for the updates on what games we'll have covered for you next week in playoff football. Velva should be back home next week. If they are, there's a pretty solid chance that PSP Network will be here to cover it for you next week. Just check in on the PSP Network and on all of our social media platforms. On the start of the week, we'll have our announcement for you then. Big thanks again to Planning Team Financial Advisors at Shots Crossroads, bringing you the post-game show here tonight. Short and sweet after this ball game, 38-13. Velva gets the win. Big thanks to all those sponsors that bring you these matchups each and every night. Frankly, without them, we wouldn't be here. Big thanks to Drew Carlson, our producer, and our camera operator for this afternoon show. I'm Nick Colberg signing off. Final score one more time before I go, however. 38-13. Velva advances into the quarterfinals Bowman County season comes to an end, but a great season, nothing to be holding your heads down about. 6-4 for a final record for Bowman County. Velva goes 10-0, rolling into the quarterfinals with a 38-13 win here today. Until next week, Nick Holberg saying have a great weekend. So long and good night and God bless.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.